There's been a lot of discourse lately about the black dollar.
Asian friend called me and she said, "Are you guys really boycotting Asian businesses?"
And whether it's fair, racist, or bigoted for the black community to want to support black businesses.
Black people are boycotting Asian stores, and this is the most stupidest thing ever. This is one of the most racist things you can ever do.
Real bigotry is an African braiding shop doing something that, that was wrong and appalling. Boycott all African businesses.
But I think what's really getting lost in all of these conversations, it's not about racism or hatred or wanting anybody else to fail.
It's not about hurting Asians. We should have been supporting each other.
For black people who have fallen behind in the wealth gap.
Black families have 9% of the net worth of an Asian American family and 16% the net worth of a white family.
It will be a return to group economics.
Without a community, you have no place to store your wealth, your value, your history, your culture, your employment, and your business opportunities.
Supporting the black community and wanting us to succeed and grow economically.
It's really not a boycott. It's a black dollar shift.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
I knew this was coming. My Asian friend called me and she said, "Are you guys really boycotting Asian businesses?" And I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was coming. And I said, "Well, honestly, it's really not a boycott. It's a black dollar shift." And she said, what do you mean? What is that? I said, we're going to shift them in another direction towards black businesses. It's not about hurting Asians. When you think about it, we should have been supporting each other.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with black people wanting to support black businesses. Again, it's not about hurting any other community or wishing they go out of business or fail. It's about uplifting our own community in the best way that we can with the black dollar.
You cannot acquire power and wealth without a community, and yet we do not have one single black community in America. To have a community, you must have three things in it, Paul. You must have a wholly independent economic structure, just like you got one down in Asia Town. Two, you must have a code of conduct on how you're going to treat each other, and how you're going to interact with each other, and how you're going to deal with each other and bargain with each other. And thirdly, you must have some form of governance that will control and regulate the behavior of people in your community and deal with other organizations outside your community. Blacks do not qualify on either one of those terms. We do not have communities. So consequently, without a community, you have no place to store your wealth, your value, your history, your culture, your employment, and your business opportunities.
One other thing that she said, it's not really fair though. Like, why are y'all making the Asian businesses?
Most communities support their own communities when it comes to business. It feels like the black community doesn't have that same opportunity all the time because we don't have the businesses as accessible in our own communities.
Asian Americans were redlined from opening businesses in white neighborhoods because white people didn't want Asian Americans operating in their neighborhoods and didn't want Asian Americans profiting off of white people. But because the positionality of Asian Americans is weaponized to oppress black people, Asian Americans were being given loans to open businesses in black communities, even though black people were not able to receive loans to open businesses in their own community.
So it does come to a point where people are shopping for convenience and not even thinking about who owns the business. You know, how many black convenience stores are there? How many black liquor stores are there? How many black nail salons are there? Hair stores? I was arguing with my mom about boycotting Asian businesses. She kept talking about she was not just going to support a business because it's black. There's absolutely nothing wrong with black people intentionally supporting black businesses, giving black businesses a chance when there's an opportunity to, and also giving them the same grace that we give every other business. When they receive criticism, it's typically harsher. Facts, if you get bad customer service from Roof Chris or any other steakhouse, Outback, you're not gonna complain like you would if you get bad service from a black business. Black businesses are learning on the go. They're usually building the plane as they're flying it, which means they might not be perfect, and we should try to give them the same grace that we give every other business where we've had a customer service issue.
She said, it's not really fair though. Like, why are y'all making the Asian businesses suffer? And I said, but do we owe y'all our money? Do we owe y'all our dollars?
And it's also not our responsibility to keep everybody else in business. Nobody's entitled to our money, and we're not obligated to spend money where we don't want to. I've never once heard a white person criticized for not shopping in a black business or an Asian business or Arab business.
That's true. Why can't we spend our money where we want to spend it? And if we choose to support Black businesses, why are you offended?
Global anti-Blackness is a real thing, especially against Black Americans. So us being aware of anti-Blackness is awareness on our parts. That's us staying woke and pulling our dollars out of businesses or communities like that to reinvest it in the Black community. It's not us being bigoted or racist. It is us protecting ourselves and building our own communities, which is exactly what these other groups are doing with our money, investing it back into their own communities or their homelands.
I'ma call you back. Listen, the only reason I'm in your stupid country is to make money, then go back home to Jamaica.
But for some reason, nobody else is called racist or bigoted if they don't support Black businesses. So it's definitely weird and a bit telling that Black people are being put under the microscope of every other immigrant group that actually depends on our dollar to stay in business. Black people's money is often spent in businesses owned by non-Black people, meaning dollars go to someone else and are not reinvested in the Black community.
3% of businesses in Black communities are Black owned. That's a problem. And the reason why we have $2 trillion of spending power, but only 2% is spent in our community is because we have nowhere to spend it. Our money stays in our community 6 hours. Black people, we want to do business with each other. We just have nowhere to do business with.
It's also true for businesses that accept a Black person's dollar but don't have Black suppliers, Black employees, or even Black maintenance. Black dollars spent rarely make it back to the person spending it. A classic story of gentrification.
Then this was what really got me. I said, have you ever been in a Black business? Have you ever been to a Black restaurant? She actually said, I don't know, maybe.
Probably
I said,
not.
well, see, that's the issue. Because I don't have to say, oh, I don't know, maybe. I've been in Chinese restaurants, and I've been in many nail shops. I've been in many beauty supply stores. I have. I said, so how y'all mad that we are taking our dollars and supporting us? Y'all support y'all. You tell me yourself that y'all have Korean grocery stores and so forth. Y'all support y'all.
Gas stations, everywhere.
Well, don't be mad that we want to support us. You know, there's no love lost. We still cool. We still tight. But I knew one of my Asian friends were going to call me and ask me about this.
My money is my money, so what I decide to do with it is my business. Big facts. Again, not to hurt anybody or put people out of business, but to support our own.
Black people are boycotting Asian stores because an Asian store owner recently just offed a Black kid. And this is the most stupidest thing ever. This is one of the most racist things you can ever do. And it's coming from Black people. And I'm very disappointed, right? Because, you guys gone through the most, struggle in racism. So I thought you would be more understanding about, not turning things into racist issues immediately. But, here it is. You see a Chinese guy or just an Asian guy do something bad to a Black guy, and you automatically start boycotting and stereotyping and grouping in all the other Asians. What the hell kind of logic is that? We do not associate with the guy. Have you seen a single Asian person, glorifying or saying that guy, he did it, then he did the right thing?
Maybe he wasn't online, but if you were on Twitter when that Rick Chow, Cyrus, Carmack trial happened, when the verdict came out, it got super racist. It was a lot of Asian versus Black people racism, a lot of Black people versus Asian racism. It was a lot of fucking racism. At that same time, that's when the whole China going to Africa to exploit Black babies. While at the same time, they're obsessed with the Black baby doll they've named Natasha, that Chinese people squeeze, kick, hit, throw, stomp on for what they call stress relief. Oh my God, the Viltrumites. I hope y'all saw that video. Apparently, some Japanese people see Black people like we're overpowered, unstoppable, highly violent, super dangerous Viltrumites.
In Japan, we think they're scary.
And that became painfully obvious when Twitter rolled out an auto-translate feature, letting everyone see tweets from all over the world in their native language. Almost instantly, a tweet went viral that Japanese people are afraid of Black people.
Like, you'll just walk up to someone, they'll literally be retreating. Like, you'll be walking up, talking to them respectfully, and they'll literally be retreating like you're about to body slam them or just like choke slam them or something.
Like we're some kind of threat to their existence just because we're naturally bigger than them. Of course, Black people just minding our business were definitely caught off guard.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
We all know groups of people aren't the same and aren't monoliths. But again, this Black dollar shift isn't about hurting anybody, putting anybody out of business, getting revenge on anybody for any anti-Blackness. What it's about is spending money where we're welcome, appreciated, and respected, with people that we know are going to reinvest that money back in the Black community, which doesn't happen when we spend with other groups.
Black wealth is essentially paid out twice when it goes to Asian American businesses. Once when the individual pays for the goods or services, and then again when the Asian American business owner removes the profit from the community. Usually, people open businesses in their own communities, and this is mutually beneficial, where the business owner is making a livelihood off of providing goods and services to their community. And by being a member of the community, they're contributing and they're investing back into the community. This is an ideal situation, and that is not what happens with Asian American businesses operating in Black communities.
At the end of the day, this is a dollar shift. It's Black people finally practicing group economics just like everybody else does. We can't empower ourselves or uplift our own community if we're not investing in it. But shout out to my channel members. Thanks for supporting and thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.